Hi Cancer and welcome. It's Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I'm here to do your weekly read from the 2nd until the 8th of August. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do appreciate the time that you've taken to watch the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. So guys, I'm going to pull you a full spread from my deck and then I'm going to pull you some tarot. Alright, let's have a look. Hope you guys are all keeping well. That one. Okay. Just remember guys, if you leave a comment on the video, I will reply. Always appreciate a thumbs up, and the live feeds are on a Friday night at 8 o'clock. Alright, Cancer. Nice. All right, so you've pulled the cards around staying connected and you've got the self-care card right next to it, okay? So I want to say to you straight up that I feel a lot of emotion around this energy that's there. You've got the heartache card, the self-denial card that's popped out as well. So I do want to say to you that it feels like it's an emotional week, okay, as far as it goes, but that's going to come in the form of semi-little challenges for you guys, and it's also going to come in the way of just feeling caught up in your own energy and caught up in your own ruddiness a little bit, okay? So I want to say to you that you kind of understand, I do feel that for majority of you, a lot of you understand what it is you need to do to actually keep yourself moving forward through that energy. It doesn't mean that you want to, but it means that you do know what to do. And I want to really kind of encourage you to do that this week, okay? You've got the support card that sits there with it, and that's what that means as well. You know, reach out to those that are around you that you trust and that you can keep talking to, you know, husbands, wives, friends, all of that kind of energy that's there. So the heartache card, challenging matters of the heart, and self-denial card sitting there as well. And I want to say that these challenging matters of the heart for you guys this week feel like they're a lot to do with things going on with yourself. So I don't necessarily want to pull things apart or break things down. I just want to say that it's in that energy of self. Perhaps some things haven't come to fruition the way that you'd hope they would. Perhaps there's been some little delays or some bad news and things like that that have come around for you. As I said, it's feeling like an emotional week this week for you guys, Cancer, okay? But I want to be positive in that. As I said, use it as a really good opportunity to practice your self-care. Use it as an opportunity to self-reflect so you can see how well you can kind of keep going forward when you don't want to, okay? So sit back and kind of go, yep, I've got an opportunity to deny, you know, everything around me and to sort of sit and feel sorry for myself, or I've got an opportunity here to keep going, you know what I mean, to keep going and to sit and reflect and whatever it is that I need to do to acknowledge this moment that I'm in and not get caught up in it, okay? Be open to embracing changes. You've got the changes card that's there, and you know what, I want to touch on that in a couple of ways, because for some of you, by doing that, you're actually going to bring in some changes of a positive energy, because you're going to click in a little bit more of yourself, okay? And for others of you, these challenges that have come about are because there is changes that have been put through, as I said, and I feel like they're to do with self, okay? So, yeah, you've got the Be Positive card that's there, which talks about the fact that your attitude is a choice, and when you do that, you have the emotional freedom. So, sorry, I always smoke when I read and then realise cards are sitting there. So release, self-love and determination is what that's all about. And being positive, your attitude is a choice, and that is the thing. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You do have a choice in the way that you react, okay? Doesn't mean that you're going to be brain spanking and all shiny and happy and everything else like that, but it does mean that you're going to make a conscious effort to keep moving forward. And just remember that nothing changes if nothing changes, because you've got the Take a Chance card that sits there as well, okay? And these feelings that are around, you know, and these changes that come about, it's time. You feel it and you know it. So make a commitment to move forward, and don't realize, and just remember that your goals are not impossible, okay? And I want to keep that on that emotional context, but I very much actually want to bring this into work and a business energy for some of you as well. That being positive energy that's there, your attitude is a choice. I feel like for some of you, you've been, that what I get visually is like that mattock, you know, and you've been digging away at the dirt, digging away at the dirt, digging away at the dirt, and you know, it's, you're trying to build this big pile up next to you, and each time you do it might rain, or you know, it gets windy and you lose a lot, whatever else it is that's there. But what I'm trying to get at is that I feel like you guys are putting in that work, and then kind of, you know, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Shift that energy. You've got an opportunity to shift that energy around with you this week, okay? And that's where it feels like that. Be positive. Your attitude is a choice, and that's what it's like. Going, you know what? Let's get back to this. Let's get back on the bandwagon here. This is work, and I've just got to, you know, go buy a tarp. put it over me dirt so it can't blow away and the rain can't wash it away, for example. You know what I mean? So have a think about that, okay, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes it here, and it is. It's rolling the dice. It's taking a little bit of a chance and a little bit of a risk, you know, because you've got that energy where you feel you need to move forward. And for you guys that's there, you know, it is time, you feel it. And that's what gave me that energy around the business, was that, is that you do know it's time. That alarm bell's ringing, okay? So seal the deal with yourself, make the commitment to move forward, and just remember, your goals are not impossible. There's a reason why you started with this, okay? I feel like this energy this week has an opportunity to put you back on track, okay? I want to just touch on relationships quickly as well, okay? Because what I'm showing is that for some of you, you've been waiting a long time for love to come in or for love to balance itself out, and it's not been happening, okay? Again, that being positive energy, when you sit into that and realize the beauty within yourself. And the thing that sucks when I say something like that is I literally hear a bunch of you go, what beauty? And that's such a bullshit way to look at yourself. It really honestly is. And what I have to say for you is, don't expect anybody else to give you what you can't give yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and think that, you know, you're beautiful and amazing just the way that you are, don't expect somebody else to. You know, it's just the way that it is. And just have a little bit of a think about that, because that needs to shift around, okay? There's a beautiful love that's waiting for you just the way that you are, and you need to be open to accepting that, all right? And that same energy applies, that's there. You know, don't think that this is impossible, but it's up to you where you place that energy. So what you need to know most is having a look at that bigger picture, okay? Think beyond long-term and moments this week. Think about putting that time and effort into the life that you really want. I know that we talk a lot about energy and life and greater purpose that's there, but honestly, life should always be that way. Life should be a perpetual energy where you're striving to get the most out of it and fulfill your life purpose, okay? So stand strong. You know that you've got this. You need to trust your intuition a little bit more and confront some fears around, okay? And for some of you, as I said, there's a lot of emotional energy, and that's going to teach you a lot about yourself and give you an opportunity to step into your old ways or step into the ways that you know but struggle to do so. And there's your opportunity to do it, okay? It's a beautiful energy that's there that is waiting to be taken advantage of, to give you strength and courage and wisdom and movement forward, all right? So, guys, I want to pull some tarot for you as well. As always, giving the cards a good shuffle before I've started. Let's have a look and see where your energy for the week is. All right. Nice, yeah. So you got the Three of Pentacles for your energy of the week, which talks about improvement and, you know, connection and things like that. But for me, what this card always makes me feel like is connecting back to self, and connecting back to self in a way of faith. And I don't mean it in a religious or a God context, okay? For whatever faith means to you is the way that I mean it. It's connecting back. Faith in self, self-trust and belief, and all of that kind of beautiful energy that's there, and realizing that there is this pot of gold that is worth something, that is valuable, okay, and that you can use it to create the life that you want and movements forward. So it's a really beautiful energy that's there, and the opportunities are going to be presented. It's like you can do that, okay, or you can stand there and just go, no, I'm going to take the Four of Cups, I'm going to take the Five of Swords energy and go, but don't, okay? There's a lot of energy this week for you guys to actually really accomplish a lot of personal achievement, okay? So be mindful of opportunities that come in. They may not be coming in exactly the way that you want it, okay? And for some of you, this does apply around with work as well. I feel when I talk about that, I see that like this, that stagnancy. I feel like some of you have been waiting within your workplace for the things to come in, and they're still just like being mucked around. But take the opportunities as they come in, okay, because they are important, all right? They are going to take you to that next little step. Now, you've got the Justice card that's there, all right? So as I said, there are a few challenges that are coming around, but for me, I want to say for you, it's just about finding out a lot of truth in the matter this week, okay? And truth in the matter of self. Truth in the matter of self. You've got the Ten of Cups, which talks about beautiful happiness and connections and, you know, celebration and all that kind of thing. And as I said, for some of you with business, it's like everything just clicks into place this week. You've got all that energy that's there. I don't want to say that everything's in place as far as like, working, I want to say it's in place to make it work. All right. And so there's a really positive energy. And for some of you, you're definitely going to see financial gain off of that immediately as well. With that Justice card and the Four of Cups card sitting around with the work energy, it's interesting. When I sit in the Ten of Cups energy that's there, I want to say to you, vocalize and reach out. Be really mindful that you're not actually, one, either just accepting it and going, oh, well, raw deal, I'll just have to suck it up. Or two, that, you know, people are actually aware of what your intention is and what you want. Make sure you're not kind of keeping yourself locked back in a corner, okay? So the Five of Swords that's there, and as I said, for some of you, definitely there are some losses around this week, okay? But you still, you know, that very thing around the Five of Swords, it talks about the fact that yes, there has been some losses, but all is not lost. But just be really mindful of the way that you handle yourself, and be mindful of the way that you, you know, take the defeat and take the victories as well. All right, have balance around your emotions this week. It's very, very, validated there throughout the cards. So Cancer, that is what I have for you this week. I hope that you've enjoyed your time with me today. Please show your appreciation by giving me a thumbs up or a comment on the video. Better yet, please subscribe to the channel. Other than that, guys, you'll see me there for the daily reads and also on Friday evening for the lives. When I see you, I hope I do. And until then, hey, these are my words again. Take care. Have a good week.